Welcome back into Main Street Living. Now, Cheryl Quincy, I know that we talk about this every week. We miss being able to go about and travel and do things. When I used to go to San Diego a lot and visit my brother, one of my favorite places to go was the zoo and see all the animals, but we haven't been able to do that as much now.
True.
Oh my gosh, I know. And you guys know I'm the biggest animal lover. And so I can't wait to get out there and see these cutie pies. And the global pandemic has really had a huge impact on zoos and animal care centers around the world, as you said, as they've had to stop allowing visitors, but also they have to continue to care for their animals. The Living Coast Discovery Center near San Diego has been providing exceptional care to all of its residents and has a very special story about a lucky turtle, which I love. I save turtles all the time from the streets. And Rachel Harper and Aiyana Reissman are here to tell us more about this gem on San Diego Bay. And also I see a Screech Owl there too. So much fun. Welcome, you guys.
Hey, everybody.
Thank you so much for having us.
So tell us about the Living Coast Discovery Center. It sounds like a really unique place.
Yeah, it really is. So the Living Center, a nonprofit zoo and aquarium located in Chula Vista in San Diego, California. And we feature wildlife such as this little guy here. This is a screech owl, as well as aquatic animals such as sea turtles and octopus. We also have reptiles and other hawks, eagles, and owls as well. So our mission here is really to connect the community to coastal wildlife so that they care and conserve for that wildlife.
I love what you're doing. The Screech Owl is super cute. I tried to rescue one of those from an airport parking garage as well. He was stunned, but he actually got up and flew away. So there you go.
Oh, good.
You know, Cheryl, I have a feeling one of these animals is going to rescue you from life one day.
I think so.
Yeah. So Rachel, the center has been closed to the public for a while because of COVID, but do you still, have to care for all the animals, and how has it been going?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's just about a year now that we've been closed due to the COVID-19 pandemic. So, normally we're open every single day, 10 to 5 for guests and for school programs as well. But right now we've kind of transferred all of our programs and field trips included to be virtual programs. So you can even meet Jack here virtually if you'd like to, just like you are right now.
Nice.
And luckily, due to the financial hardship from being closed, we've had so much support from the community and donations and memberships that we've been able to still care for our animals here while we're closed and make sure that we have all of our essentials covered. And so that's why we're also really grateful for our animal care team, who has just been nonstop caring for these animals, just like Aiyana.
Nice.
You guys are angels to them. And speaking of Aiyana, I want to turn over to her now with some marine animals. And you have a special story about Sapphire the Turtle. Oh my gosh, tell us more.
Yeah, so Sapphire is a loggerhead sea turtle. She might be hard to make out right now. She actually just finished breakfast and is going down for a little snooze. And she is a rescue from the Florida coast, actually in the Sapphire Keys, where she gets her name. And she was brought into a wonderful organization called the Sea Turtle Hospital after being found with injuries consistent with a boat strike. She was able to be released back into the wild after rehabilitation, but ultimately was victim of another boat strike after that. And the injuries she sustained then were too severe for her to be returned to the wild. They began to reach out and see where they might be able to rehome her. We said we'd love to have her here with us at the Living Coast to be a part of our family, and of course to educate the public and our neighbors here about sea turtles and some of the ways that we can actually conserve and help them in the wild too.
Wow. And and Aiyana, you've partnered with another California company to come up with a very innovative way, of course, to help Sapphire with her buoyancy issues. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so when Sapphire was struck by a boat the second time, it actually disrupted her ability to maintain an appropriate buoyancy for the daily needs that she needed to kind of accomplish. And we have weights that are actually epoxied to the back of her shell to help with this. But she was still young when she first came to us. They can live to be about 60 to 80 years old. And she was still growing. So over the past 4 years, we've actually started to see changes in that buoyancy. And understanding how she was able to regulate it is going to be very different from other sea turtles. So we saw in April of 2020 that this buoyancy started to shift. It became a problem for her. She wasn't able to go down and sleep like this. She wasn't able to come to the surface for food. And we started to come up with different ideas that might be able to help her out. And one of them was creating a wetsuit for her. So we actually started to build a couple prototypes in-house, and then we reached out to the wetsuit specialists at O'Neill, and they actually built a custom wetsuit for Sapphire, where we're able to put in weights to adjust her buoyancy throughout the week or throughout her daily life here, so that she is able to be comfortable and thrive in her environment here with us.
That is so cool.
It's genius. And so many people don't realize the great work that zoos and centers like yours do for these animals. I mean, they think that they're not living in their natural habitat or they're not happy, which is totally not the case, because a lot of the times, as you mentioned, you take in the rescue animals, you take in the animals that cannot be released to the wild again, and you give them that chance and you give them that good life. What has the response been from the community with knowing what you're doing and for helping Sapphire with buoyancy issues, for example?
The response from the community has been really great. Of course, we've gotten a lot of support throughout the past year to help us stay open, but our biggest goal is to, of course, still have these animals here for people to visit, learn about them, and really create that bond that is so essential for conserving nature and conserving our wild resources. So we've got nothing but positive support and, of course, well wishes for Sapphire and keeping the center going here too.
Wow. Well, we certainly do appreciate the both of you ladies. Where can people go to get more information about your center?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much. We hope that people will come visit when they can, and when they visit Southern California, you can learn more information at our website, which is thelivingcoast.org. And we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at The Living Coast. We have a very active social media presence, so hopefully you'll follow us there and come visit.
Oh, thank you so much. Yes, everything you do for those animals. And are you able to pet the Screech Owl? Does he like to be pet?
You can pretend through the screen, right?
I know. I really want to. Oh my gosh, so adorable, so cute.
I know.
Yeah, thank you ladies so much for stopping by, and thank you for doing what you're doing to protect our animals here.
No,
absolutely. Thank you so much for having us.
No
Thank
problem.
you. Oh my gosh, Q, I'm in love.
In love. Cheryl, what a brave little turtle that Sapphire is. I love seeing others do what they can to improve lives. And speaking of ways to improve lives, up next we're actually talking quality face masks for all. So stay right there.